Hello, my name's Jesse and I'm one of the double reed teachers for THAMES. In this video I'm going to talk to you a little bit about one of the instruments that I play and play you a few examples just so you can get an idea of what it sounds like, what it looks like, what it could do, and whether it might be something that you might like to have a go at learning. So as I said at the beginning of the video, the family of instruments I teach are called the double reed instruments, and that's a smaller family of the woodwind section, which includes clarinets, flutes, recorders, saxophones, and as I'm sure you know, all those instruments make their sound by blowing through them. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the oboe. It looks very similar to the clarinet. I'm sure lots of you can see that, and it's made out of wood. And then all these keys are made out of metal, and to control the sound I add my fingers on the keys to change the note. Now, as I said, it's a woodwind instrument, so to make a sound I have to blow through it, but something's missing, and that is my reed. So like I said, the oboe is a double reed instrument, which means that the reed, here it is, the way I play the reed, sorry, is by blowing through it, and the two parts of the reed, the top bit and the bottom bit, so that's the double, when I blow, vibrate. Now the reed is made out of something quite like bamboo, and as oboe players we have to make reeds ourselves, or you can buy them when you're a student, but I make my own reeds, and they make a sound by themselves, which I know is a very crazy sound, but when you put it into the oboe, the sound is transformed. I'm just going to play for you, to start with, a famous oboe solo from a ballet by Tchaikovsky, which I'm sure some of you will recognise. Now, I might have gone a bit pink when I played that. That's because the oboe takes quite a lot of puff to play, because as you can see, the reed is so tiny, and I'm having to blow lots of fast air to keep the sound sounding big and strong like that. Hopefully I'm a bit less pink now than when I started. Now, that's a famous solo from Swan Lake, which I'm sure lots of you will have recognised. Now, the oboe's main job is in an orchestra. That's where we do most of our playing. And in an orchestra, I'll be sat next to the flutes on this side and in front of the bassoons. And then the woodwind section sits in front of the brass behind us, and then we sit behind the string section. For those of you who have been to see an orchestra perform before, you might have seen or noticed before they play anything, the orchestra has to tune up so that all the instruments are in tune with each other. And the oboe player has a very important job to play. They have to play their note A for the whole orchestra to listen to and to tune to. So if you're someone who likes everyone in a room being quiet and listening to what you have to say, then oboe might be the instrument for you. I'm now going to play for you something a little bit different. As well as the oboe sounding very kind of piercing and pure, like in Swan Lake, it can also sound very playful. So I'm just going to play you an extract from a piece by a composer called Madeleine Dring, just to show you a slightly livelier side to the oboe. So both of the instruments I teach are quite unusual, and you'll often find when you tell someone that you play the oboe that they say, "What's that?" And because of that, oboes are what we call endangered, like some animals are. And what that means that there are so few people that learn the instruments, there's a real danger that these instruments will eventually stop being performed. So if you're watching this and thinking, "Oh, that's an interesting instrument," then I implore you to save the oboe. It's a really fun instrument to play. I really enjoy playing it, I enjoy teaching it, and I think it's a much overlooked instrument. So to finish off, I'm just going to play you a little bit of Over the Rainbow, because we've heard that piece so much recently, and I really enjoyed playing it.